Today's task is to walk across 4 different lakes, currently covered with about 6 inches of ice, to reach my rifle targets. Last winter I dropped off some new steel targets where I thought my original target was at, and I was off about 3 or 4 feet from the bank. I haven't been over there since to put eyes on the targets, but I can see them underwater with my spotting scope. So I'll take my ice chainsaw over there and cut some holes in the ice where I believe the targets are at, and throw a heavy, powerful magnet down in there and try to get them pulled up out of the water.
Well, that is concerning.
Well, I made it across the first lake. This is the trail that leads to the second, very shallow lake, which is fed by a small creek.
So this trail is pretty unrecognizable. And some stuff has already grown back from last year.
I almost got distracted with trimming this trail, but thought better of it and on to the main mission.
All right on the other side of this lake are my targets. Get those fixed up before winter sets in. Brought the chainsaw to uncover some of my targets since they're beneath water.
I purchased 2 different steel targets at different times, and I originally dropped off the smaller one here, thinking it was where my target was at. I realized my mistake when I went to drop off the second, larger target. Since there was already 3 or 4 feet of snow on the ground, when I dropped off the first target, it just sunk down in the snow. And I thought that was on the bank, but it wasn't. The second target, when I dropped that off, I knew that was in the right location, and I thought I dropped that one on the bank also. I missed that by about 4 or 5. So this first target took a little bit to find it. I reviewed the drone footage from me flying over in the summer, and I knew the general area where it was at. So I visually located the first target right here, threw my magnet down in there, dragged it up in a little bit shallower water, and I'm going to get my jacket pulled off and reach my arms down in there and grab a hold of this thing. I didn't have the greatest camera angle for this shot. It was full of butt, so I had to cut that out. Target's now on top of the ice.
All right.
So I'm going to drag this target about 100 feet down the bank to its proper location. And here we are at the second target. I've already kind of located it visually through the ice. I can see where it's at. I'm just going to cut an access hole here to get it pulled up. I had also marked this spot when I dropped this target with surveying tape, so I knew where the target was at.
She's slippery and heavy. Ah.
This target was super slippery when I pulled it out, so I had to kind of grasp the mounting holes as hard as I could to get it up out of the ice.
Well, there it is. So there's my cabin there. Turn around. There's my target over there. 1,000 yards. Get the sun right in my eyes, which I don't like because I can't see Yogi sneaking up on me. Oh, I gotta hit that tree up here too. I gotta cut that out of the way because that's right in my path. So you just go right up to the left of that tall dead spruce, which is going to end up falling down sooner or later. So I might as well get that one cut down. Do that this winter. But anyway, I shoot straight up here with the snow machine. You can go up over on this corner too, but this is my preferred way getting up the hill.
So I was just on the fourth lake, and this is the third one that I have to cross on the way to the rifle targets. You got to be careful coming across this lake because there is a spring that feeds this lake, and there'll be an open hole all winter long. So this is where you got to cut through from Lake 2 to Lake 3, and the spring is right behind me. You can see the open water right there to my right. That'll stay open and flowing all winter long. After 10 or 15 times over the spot with the snow machine, I can get the snow packed down hard enough, and there'll be a little tunnel underneath where the water can flow, and it'll be safe to cross.
I got some birch trees I need to harvest over here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I don't cut down birch trees because there's so few of them up here, so the only time I use them is when they're down.
Kind of thinking that was beaver that got to them. Yep. Yeah, I need to get these before the snow gets too deep. Then I have a white spruce, beetle killed, laying on top of. I got 2 of them. That one's going to come down soon, next windstorm.
I was hunting in here once for ptarmigan and shot one, and I was about 5 feet away from grabbing it, and an owl swooped down and took it from me. He looked over at me and gave me the middle talon as he flew away with my ptarmigan.
Nice little crack going all the way across the lake.
Now I'll take you for a ride up the fern trail to the lake, which doesn't have a single fern on it anymore.